About to call time on. This is chucking on one. This is the real stuff. The ball goes in. It's out over the back. It'll be the threes and Shaft and Stafford to see the first of it. Down on the ground it is. All the riders have rode over the top of it. Here's a big chance now. It's still on the ground. Now picked up there by the number 3 for New Zealand. Now makes her way down. Megan Shaft now down the far side she goes. The pass is about to go across. It's a magnificent pass. Cracker Jug of a take it by the one in Sue Hill. Oh, she gets around the number 3 in Stafford. There's the opener in the first few seconds of chucker number 1. And have we got a ball game on here between New Zealand and South Africa. Chucker number 1 on the scoreboard side of the field. 1-0 in favour of New Zealand. Chucker number 1. Ball goes in, down amongst the 2s or the 3s and out over the sideline. So we'll probably see the umpires have another lineup. And that's how Richard Gaines reads. He says line them up again, players. And he says it's going to be up here where the ball went out. The ball goes in, it's down amongst the 2s. Ricochets off the racket, it's down on the ground. And back out over the sideline again. Great game of Polocrosse here. Who goes into the final of the World Cup to take on the Australians? The ball goes in. It's the 3s in Shaft and Stafford to see the first of it. Now down on the ground. Oh, one player gets off to get it. It's picked up here now by the number 1 in Julia Pilgrim, and she turns clear around. Goes a 30-metre line. She puts it down. It's all tied up. It's 1-all. Well, king of the 1-all sports, Polocrosse, and you're seeing the Australian stock horse at the very best out here on the number 1 field. Says hold it there. The ball's about to go down the centre of the tunnel. Not happy with the 3s. There it goes. The ball goes in us amongst the 2s. That's picked up out the back there by the number 3 there now in Joycelyn Stafford for South Africa. She gets a big one laid on her. There gets 1, 2, 3, 4. And they put the balls on the ground. Picked up there now, has been left behind. Big chance here now for the number 1. And she has the call of the ball as the number 1, Sue Hill. Sue Hill, she gets away in no man's land. She puts it down. She'll goal it from there. She punches it away. It's 2-1 to New Zealand. Chew on here on this game here, something to wash it down with. The ball goes in, it'll be Shaft and Stafford to see the first of it. Picked up there nicely there too by Joycelyn Stafford. She sets up, runs into the number 2 there now, Tracy Swan. She does a 360, little pass across, it's a cracker jack of a pass. It's a beauty, she puts it down and she leaves it behind. And it goes back the other way, beautiful 360 back the opposite way. Megan Shaft, she puts it down on the ground is, oh look at the pressure here. The horses, they take on the push for push. Lady player for lady player, right out into the corner. Who's going to get it there? Oh, picked up there by the number 1 there now in Julia Pilgrim, and he punches out another one away. The eyesight's 100%, and she gives Claire a beautiful pat. As she makes her way back, she says, good work, Claire. And it's 2-all, they come back to centre field, the ball goes in, it's down amongst the 3s, who comes up through there, took it out of the racket there, Tracy Swan for New Zealand, downfield she comes, she's been hammered across the far side of the field, she's doing the better, Sue Hill calls for the ball, cracker jack of a take, put your hands together, and it hits the upright, it goes through, it ricochets off the post and goes through. What about the take there from Sue Hill? She says, I've got it, and Richard Gaines will feed it down the centre of the tunnel, the ball goes in, it's high in the air, it's out over the top. Picked up there by New Zealand through the number 3 there now in Megan Shaft, and she's going backwards. She's got to do something with it. Great bit of work. She puts it away. Look who's going to pick it up. It's picked up there now by the number 2, is it there? For South Africa in Bette McCarthy. Now she goes back infield. She's doing the better. She hears the call from the number 1 in Julia Pilgrim. Cracker jug of a take. She gets a humdinger laid on her. The player from New Zealand, pulled in there nicely around from the horse's hip. Now comes around, gets plenty laid on her there now. From Joycelyn Stafford and gets around, and Sue Hill doing the better. Ball's about to go in. There it goes amongst the 2s, the 3s. It's out. The ricochets off the racket. It's down the ground. Who comes up at the... big chance here now for New Zealand. It's picked up by the number 2 in Tracy Swan. And Tracy Swan lobs her. Good bit of quick thinking there. Puts it across to Sue Hill. She's unmarked and right in front of the post. And they'll move away to 8. Great. Back to centre field, the ball goes in out the back there now, and it's picked up there by Dean Gower now for New Zealand, and Dean Gower now goes infield. The number 3 player sits up on the big grey horse, about to put the pass over, but he can't get a good pass away at the moment. This time he lets it go. Magnificent take there by the number 1 player. There in Tony Shaft, picked it up off the pommel of the saddle. Now comes around, got the number 3 to get around in Rudy Foster. Now goes a shot at goal, Tony Shaft, and makes no mistakes about it. Back to centre field they come. Ball goes in, it'll be the threes in Gower and Rudy Foster to see the first of it. Down ground, oh, brilliant pick up there by Rudy Foster. Looking for the number one, he's all tied up at the moment. He lobs it back out into the play. Oh, magnificent stuff there by the number one player in Brent Benecki. He picks it up and goals it from there. So the umpires, they call time back on, has picked up there through Brent Benecki and has a shot at goal, and yes, it finds its way through. Comes back. Ball goes in high over the tops of the number 2s and 3 players right out the back. Oh, down on the ground, going to be picked up here now by the number 2 player. Is yes, it is, in Nikki Schraff, the new player on for New Zealand. She goes downfield, looks for Sue Hill. She puts the pass across. Magnificent pass. Beautiful take there by Sue Hill. Turns Chandelier around. Here comes the number 3 now in Joycelyn Stafford. Stafford takes her right out into the Devil's corner. She gets out of the corner. Angle shot. Beautiful goal there to New Zealand. That'll make it 15. Ball goes in, ricochets off the raggers, will be out amongst the 2s, the 3s are down on the ground, picked up there by the number 1 there now, in Julia Pilgrim for South Africa. She turns clear around, now she stops, she goes, now downfield she comes, great work here, now which she going to, which side she going to go, throws a bit of a dummy, puts it down, she lines them up they go, another goal to South Africa, 17-11. So 17-11 the score, now the penalty being taken there by the number 1. In James Hackland, downfield he comes now, looking way over the shoulder to see where the other, the number 3, and he's up here waiting for him. Now he goes around, does a 360 before he goes into the area. He puts the bounce down, regather there nicely, angle shot as he goes past the opposite way and lines it up at 17-12. They go to the far side of the field. Ball goes in, it's plucked out of the air there by the nine. Gets plenty late on over the number 3. Over there now to the number 1 there now in Hackland, and Hackland lines them up and lets the ball go. It is 17-13. Ball goes in. Picked up there by the number 1, is it? Yes, it is, and it's that man of game in James Hackland. Hackland puts the little one down, picked up, leaves it behind. Now, who's going to come back? It's the number 3 being caught right out. He comes back there all the time now, picked up there, he's had it. It lands in the pummel of the saddle, makes his way downfield in Matthews. Kane Matthews comes infield, he calls up for the number 1. Where are you now, Tony Schraff? A little backhanded shot. He's had it and lost it. It would have been a magnificent pickup. Ball's on the ground. Who wins the race to the ball? Still on the ground. Turns around. He has the next shot on it. He picks it up, makes no mistakes about it. Now Tony Schraff, he gets plenty put on him. And it's going to be another penalty now to South Africa. Gordon Shaw now to restart play. Shepherd says play. Lobs up fast out there to the unmarked player. Yeah, in the number 2. He makes his way downfield. Now in Brent Benecki. Now he has got them all caught out. Now he gets around under the racket. He's looking for the number 1. It's around the corner pass. Oh, it's a beauty too. A little short one. Sits up and straight into the racket. He sits up too and goes around. And that is 17-15. So we move into the final chucker for the ladies. This is chucker number 7. 1 chucker remaining after this one. The ball goes in and everything remains the same for New Zealand and South Africa. Out the back and it's picked up there by the number 1 there now in Julia Pilgrim. She takes Claire down there, or Claire takes her down there to the goalpost and lines it up, and that's another one to South Africa. Now Megan Schraff, she sets the big grey up now. Makes it now, looking to link up with the number 1 there in that lady Sue Hill. The pass goes across, nicely taken off, falls out of the racket. Who picks it up? It's the number 3 there now in Stafford. Joycelyn Stafford now. She turns around, runs into the number 1 again in Hill. Now, Joycelyn Stafford goes back around. This is chucker number 7. Well, she can't get the pass away. Look at the footwork here. Puts it, lobs the one away there now. And once again through that lady there in Julia Pilgrim. Once again, now, just good support there from the number 2 in Beth McCloudy. Now, downfield she comes, looking to put it down the end of the area. Oh, it goes towards the 30-metre line. Now puts it down. She turns, has an angle shot. Up they go. It's all tied up. It's the equaliser, 17 apiece. Shepherd puts it down the centre, right out over the top of the Schraft and Stafford to see the first of it. Oh, leaves it behind, but the number 3 does it. Queen Dishlosh got the big one on her. Oh, the number 1 picked it up, is it? No, there's no. New Zealand comes up through the number 2. They're now in Nikki Schraft. She's picked up an important ball here for the New Zealand side. Oh, they got the number 1 Sue Hill at a standstill at the moment. Now, Nikki Schraff, she makes her way downfield. Good work here by Megan Schraff now. The number 3, here comes the pass from Nikki Schraff across to Sue Hill. Cracker jack of a take by Sue Hill. She turns Chandelier around. It's 19-18. She turns, she zigs, she zags, she angles, shot! Is it up? It's a magnificent goal! Number 20, it is 20-18. Richard Gaines puts it in and straight into the racket out the back there to the number 3, and this is a bit of quick thinking here by Dean Gower. He's seen the number 1, Kane Matthews, unmarked, and a great bit of work, great bit of thinking there by the number 3. Ball goes in, right out over the tops it is. Now picked up there by the number 2 player, is it? He puts it down the front there now for Hacklin. Hacklin picks it up, he goals it from there. Now puts it in, takes it now by the number 3 there now, and Rudy Foster. Foster sits up. Goes back across the near the goal post. Now Kane Matthews would dearly love to get a crack at him now. He comes out, goes on his own, and puts it down, regathered nicely there. Two by Rudy Foster. Foster, here it goes. There's it goes there. He posts the letter right down far field. Now it's going to be ridden over, is it? They have the first call on it. Oh, the umpires come together, comes across, picked up there by the number 2 there now. In Gordon Shaw. Shaw puts the high one over there to Hacklin. Hacklin wheels. Up they go. 22 plays 21. Can I just come in there, give me the plays back on here, and there's a pretty important situation here. Ball's in, it's 22 plays 21 in favour of New Zealand. Picked up here by out the back, Dean Gower. Dean Gower downfield, he puts the pass across there now to the number 1, Matthews. Matthews puts number 23 on the board. Magnificent Polocrosse. Okay, Tony Schraff comes into the number 2 there now to replace the New Zealand number 2 player. Ball goes in, down on the ground now, picked up here now by the number 1 player, Kane Matthews. He loves a little pass back there to Dean Gower. Gower now looking to just stall time a little bit. He goes back infield. Good tactics here by New Zealand now. They plenty of pressure. Puts it back there to the number 1 there now, Matthews. Matthews, horse picks it up and puts it in his foot and brings it down there and picked up here now by the 3. Now back into and out over the sideline it goes. See what umpire Richard Gaines thinks here. It is 23 plays 21 in favour of New Zealand. Now the number 1 player, Kane Matthews. Kane Matthews now turns around. He has the penalty just inside the area from the sideline. He has the first call on it. Goes down. He can't handle it. Umpires' whistles go. So we'll see what they say here. 2 umpires, they come together. Umpire Cameron Shepherd and Richard Gaines. Penalty goes to New Zealand from right in front. That could be the ball game. Throws a bit of a dummy. Goes for a ride. Now, Kane Matthews tries to get around the number 3. In Rudy Foster. Foster comes out to take him on. Beautiful wheel there. And goes for another bit of a ride. Right around in front. Drives it down the neck of the bottle, and that'll make it 24. Is it too late for the South Africans? They come back to the fast side of the field to line up on the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, New Zealand defeat South Africa 24-21. So tomorrow evening, New Zealand plays Australia in the World Cup of Polocrosse here at Morgan Park, Warwick, Australia. And what a game that'll be. So if you've got any friends in Warwick, this is the place to be to see the final of the World Cup. Australia plays New Zealand after New Zealand defeats South Africa 24-21.